everyone, it's Brenda Stolyar, Mashable's tech reporter, and today we are going to be checking out the OnePlus Watch. Now, this is OnePlus's first ever smartwatch, so I'm super excited to finally get to see it in person. But before we dive in, I just want to make one thing clear, and that is that OnePlus has given us specific instructions to not show the software off just yet. So we're not going to take a look at the operating system. This is going to be strictly hardware and design. I'll try it on, I'll show you guys what it looks like, and I will talk about some of the features, but again, this isn't a full review. This is just an unboxing of what it looks like. So let's dive in. So as you can tell from the packaging, this is a OnePlus box. It matches the rest of the OnePlus smartphone box. You've got the red color, the same branding, and then the elongated shape. I hope this is as satisfying to watch as it is to peel back. All right, so here we have the smartwatch. Before we get into that, I'm just gonna place it right here and see what else we get in the box. So we've got some accessories here, some of the reading materials. Yes, so we have the OnePlus Watch charger. This does come with OnePlus's Warp Charge technology. So what that means is you're gonna get a full day's worth of battery life with just a 5-minute charge, and then a 20-minute charge will give you up to a week's worth of battery life, which is pretty impressive and also comes in handy when you wanna go work out and realize that your watch is dead. So we're gonna put that aside for now. Let's get to the watch. All right. It lists the app list and main dial as here, and then the function key and power key right here. So clearly this button will be used to navigate the watch and to see all of your apps. Function key and power key, I assume, will allow you to maybe customize specific apps to a specific button. I'm not sure. Again, these are things I will find out once I turn the watch on, but that will come in a later review. So initial impressions, this is a big boy. It's also really, it's not really heavy, but it's pretty heavy. I have very small wrists. So the one thing that I was very interested in checking out is whether or not this is going to be too big on my wrist. This is on the very last notch right here that I put it on, and that's way too big. First of all, this has a bunch of sensors packed into it. So there's an SpO2 sensor, a heart rate monitor, GPS to track distance while working out. And the reason that I get so annoyed with the fact that these watches are way too big is because when it's not fitted, the sensors don't pick up on your stats. So it often results in readings that are just either inaccurate or it can't even take the reading because the watch just doesn't recognize where it's sitting on your wrist. So there's just too much room. And as you can see, that's a lot of room. What's going to have to happen while I test this is I'm gonna have to wear it here, which, is the most ideal when tracking heart rate. As they say, you should wear it a little bit further up on your wrist, but that's like really far for a watch. Ideally, I would like to kind of have it about right here. So pushing it all the way up so that it's a snug fit, it just, first of all, it looks really strange. Thankfully, the watch straps are interchangeable. So it just comes out like so. And then you just, these aren't my favorite, I'm not gonna lie. These are kind of annoying to place back in. I prefer the ones that sort of just clip in without this little pin needle mechanism. Like, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get it back on. Oh my God. It has to like, oh my gosh. Okay, finally got it back on. That was ridiculously annoying. Anyway, let's talk about the rest of the hardware. So these are silicone straps. Again, it is compatible with other third-party watch straps, so you're not limited to these ones. This only comes in one 46mm case size. So that's it. You literally only get the choice of a 46mm size. For someone like me, I'd rather go with a 44 or, if I can, a 40 to a 42. My wrists are really tiny and this just doesn't cut it. So as far as the rest of the watch goes, this is a 1.39-inch touchscreen display. It is made of stainless steel, so it definitely feels premium, I'd say. Feels rather sleek, expensive. I mean, $159 is a reasonable price, but I'd say it, you know, looks a little bit more expensive than that. I'm sure it'll look better once I turn it on. But it only comes in this midnight black color. So there's really not much variety in terms of size or color with the watch. I'm hoping this is just because it is their first version, and maybe in the future, they will be able to offer additional sizes and colors. I'll keep my fingers crossed for that. But yeah, at the moment, that's really your only option. They are also offering a cobalt limited edition. So it's a little bit more durable than this classic version. It's made of a corrosion resistant stainless steel. So for those of you who tend to scratch your watch or drop it a lot, you might want to look into that one. And then the display is also sapphire glass instead. So again, it's just a lot more durable. And then you have two of these buttons on the side. And then underneath it are a few sensors that I mentioned before. We have a heart rate sensor, an SpO2 sensor to track blood oxygen levels. There's also stress detection and reminders for inactivity. You also get that built-in GPS, the heart rate monitor, which will also send you rapid heart rate alerts. As far as workout modes, there are 110 plus workout modes, including parkour mode. I can't say I'll be trying that one out, but for those of you out there who participate, this will definitely be a welcome feature. But then there are also the, you know, obviously more common ones: walking, running, biking. I don't know how comfortable this thing is gonna be to run with because, again, it is heavy. Stainless steel is never really my preferred choice for activities. This just feels a little bit more fancy than it does rugged. But my opinions might change. And then there's also automatic detection for specific activities such as running. So, you know, if you forget to turn your watch on and you start your workout, it will kick in after a certain amount of time and it'll start tracking it for you, which is nice because there are times where I think I started the workout. I mean, I started it physically, but I didn't start tracking it on my watch, and nobody wants to lose out on proving that they worked out for the day. I will have more on what that operating system looks like and how easy it is to navigate, but it's also worth noting that at the moment it can only be paired with Android smartphones running Android 6.0 or newer, but it will work with iPhones in the future. So those of you who are iPhone users and don't want to give into the Apple Watch lineup, we'll just have to wait a little bit. OnePlus hasn't really given us any details as to how long exactly, but that is coming for those of you who aren't on Android. So this is the charger that comes with it. It just clips in magnetically and wirelessly charges. There is a 402 milliamp hour battery under here. And the cool part is that OnePlus claims it can last up to 7 days for what it says are active users. That basically means if you use it every day to track your metrics, to work out, but it can also last up to 2 weeks with sustainable use. So that basically means if you use it infrequently. So if you tend to skip a few days, you don't have to worry about the battery draining quickly. It should be able to last you up to 2 weeks before you have to throw it on the charger again. Additionally, there is also the 4 gigabytes of storage that it comes with. So that lets you store up to 500 songs. So if you don't want to take your phone with you on a run, but you want to listen to music, you don't have to. You can just store your favorite songs on there, your favorite playlists, and you are good to go. And then it is also compatible with most Bluetooth earbuds, but it might be a good idea to make sure that the ones that you wear often are compatible with the watch before purchasing, because again, that's a very vague term as far as most Bluetooth earbuds. Of course, I will look into which ones exactly, but yeah, it's nice to just double check. And then it's also compatible with the OnePlus TV. So when you pair it to the watch, it'll basically act as a smart remote control. So, you know, it'll lower the volume when a call comes in, and it'll turn the TV off once the watch recognizes that you are asleep. Okay, so we are allowed to show the display of the watch. I just can't show you guys the UI or go through the features, but I did just want you guys to see what it looks like when it is turned on. Also, just to give you an idea of how big the watch looks, you can see there's, you know, some room that shouldn't really be there on a smartwatch because these sensors need to be touching my skin in order to get those accurate readings, but I probably just need to maybe give it a shot, give it some time, work out with it, and see how it feels while wearing it throughout the day. So, but I mean, this looks like my dad's watch or something. I don't know. I feel like a spy kid. This is just way too big. All right, so that is the OnePlus Watch. So as far as pricing goes, this classic edition will cost you $159. Now, as far as that Cobalt edition I mentioned earlier, pricing has yet to be confirmed on that one, but it's safe to assume that it's definitely going to cost a bit more considering it's made out of more durable material. And as far as availability goes, the OnePlus Watch will be available starting April 14th, and be sure to check back for a full review, software and all, really soon over at Mashable.